Hey, welcome to Friday sessions. We'll get started in just 1 minute, so make yourself comfortable. Hey, welcome as you're joining. We're just letting the group come together. So and take your time getting comfortable, set up how you want to set up on a chair, on a couch, on a bench, on the floor, at your desk, wherever you are. We'll be seated for the whole practice today. So a comfortable seat. Welcome to Friday sessions. Let's get started. Today, we're going to be doing some wrist and forearm manual therapy, specifically stretching, strengthening, a little self-massage, and some manipulation of acupressure points. So hopefully this feels really good in this region of your body, but you may also notice some soothing, some release of tension around the shoulders, around the head and neck. But let me know what you experience. Comment here on the YouTube page or send me an email after our session today. All right, I'm gonna take off my watch and you'll notice that I also don't have any sleeves. So if you have sleeves, make sure you roll those up so that you don't have to work around anything. You've got a nice clean palette to work with in your wrists and forearms. And let's rub the palms together. Just create a little heat between your hands. Perfect. And then take your hands out in front of you. Point your middle fingers together and then hold that down in front of your belly, kind of like you're rocking a baby. We're gonna sit on our palms like this. So you just lean to one side, slide that hand under one cheek, lean to the other side, slide that hand under the other cheek, and then just rock your hips side to side. And really allow your body to get heavy so that you get a nice massage through the weight of the body, through gravity, into the palms. So soften your palms and just receive the weight of your hips. And additionally, you might feel a little stretch in the back of the wrists. And to accentuate that, if you would like to feel that a little bit more, hug your elbows in by your side, sit up a little taller, and firm up your arms. So by pressing down the backs of the hands into the seat or the ground beneath you, you'll stretch the backs of the wrists a little bit more, and maybe that lessens the massage in the palms a little bit. So just choose which you want to focus on here. And just take a few more breaths, enjoying that little gentle massage. Good. And then we'll rock to one side to release and the other side to release. And we'll stretch the hands straight out in front of the chest, straight out in front of the shoulders with the palms facing out, like you're going to give two big high fives. Yeah. Spread your fingers as wide as they can go. Maybe even wiggle them around like fireworks. And then we're going to curl the hands into fists and wrap the knuckles down, straight down toward your knees. Feel that stretch across the tops of the wrists. And then we'll curl back up and open the fingertips wide, spread the webbing between the fingers, wiggle them around again. And this time, tuck your thumbs in first and then wrap your fingers over to make those fists. But do the same thing, wrap your knuckles down toward your knees. Soften the tops of your shoulders. Open up the hands, stretch through the palms, reach out through the thumbs, wiggle the fingers around. And then again, wrap into fists, thumbs cap off the fingers, the four fingers, and then turn the knuckles down. And just to even that out, we'll do it one more time. Stretch the fingertips open, spread the palms. And then curl the fingers in, cap it with the thumbs, and wrap the wrists down. And maybe a little rotation in and out, massaging across the tops of the wrists there. Good. And then roll all the way around in circles with those fists. Keep rolling in the same direction, but let the fingers dance. So let the fists rather go free. And then circle the other way. And then bring those hands back into fists and keep circling. A few more times. Excellent. Now you've got your fingers and your thumbs together like little crab claws. We're gonna pretend like we're flicking water off of the hands. So again, let your elbows drop, let your shoulders drop, and just flick, flick, flick through the fingers. And you'll feel that really wakes up around the wrists and the forearms. You'll start to notice that that's a lot of work. You'll feel a lot of muscular engagement just from this simple flicking action. That's good. That helps to stabilize the wrist joint and all those small bones in the hands and the fingers. That helps to lubricate and massage through all the joints in the fingers and the wrists. Good. And then let's just shake it out. Shake the wrists, shake the elbows. And then flap. Flap the hands up and down. Good. All right, take your left hand and push it away from you. And then dial your fingers out and down so that your palm is out and your fingers are pointing straight down. And notice my thumb is out to the side. Take your other hand, your right hand, and pull back on your fingers towards your body. So now we're stretching this crease of the wrist, the bottom of the wrist, and you'll feel that maybe all the way up into your forearm. Put a tiny bend in your elbow so that that really concentrates there in the forearm. Stretch your thumb out wide. And then go ahead and set the back of your forearm down on your thigh. So palm still facing out. We're going to curl the fingers into a fist again and point the knuckles up toward the ceiling. So you'll feel that across the back of the wrist here. Keep your forearm down. And then open up the palm, point the fingers down, spread. And then curl the fist, point the fingers up toward the ceiling or the knuckles up toward the ceiling. And then one more time like that, open. And curl, squeeze all the fingers in, feel the firmness around the wrist, and pull the knuckles in towards your heart. Good. Go ahead and release, and take the first 3 fingers of your right hand, start at the back of your left wrist crease, and slide up to your elbow. And do that again. Just sweep and trace with those 3 fingers, 3 lines up the back of your forearm there. You can play with the pressure, how deep you go. And then flip it over. Do the other side. Top of that forearm. Same thing. 3 fingers. Just massaging into the soft tissue there. Good. Let's do the other side. Take your right hand out, point your fingers down toward the ground, take your left hand and pull back on those fingers. Put a little bend in your right elbow and take a few breaths. So enjoy that stretch through the forearm. Keep your thumb reaching out wide. That'll help to spread all the way through the palm. Good. And then set the back of your forearm down on that thigh. And we'll go from a spread palm and open fingers to a curled fist, squeezing in like you're pulverizing something in your palm, and wrap your knuckles up as far as you can toward the back of your wrist. And then release and open. Curl and squeeze. And one more, stretch the palm out. And then curl in tightly, wrap the knuckles toward the back of your wrist. Feel that stretch across the back of the hand there. And then relax. Take the 3 fingers of your left hand and we'll drag from the wrist creases all the way up to the elbow crease. Great. And then flip it over, do the other side, do the top of your forearm there. Good. And then take your two hands together, interlace your fingers so that you're hugging all the way down to your wrist creases and start to make some circles. And this gets a little funky sometimes. Try to reverse those circles. With the fingers intertwined, sometimes that can be kind of a mind bender. Okay, push the palms away from you, keeping your fingers interlaced. You can wrap your shoulders forward and round through your upper back for a moment, but really press out through the hands. And then straighten out the back, lift the palms up toward the ceiling, stretch up out of the sides of your waist. And then free the hands, let them float out and down and onto your lap. All right, a little acupressure here. We're gonna start with heart 7. Heart 7 is a point that if you trace from your pinky finger down that pinky finger line, you'll feel the bone in the heel of your hand there. And then just below that, there's a little well, a little notch. And you can take a thumb or a finger and just kind of palpate, do some tiny circular motions in that little divot. And again, you can rest the back of your arm down on your thigh so that you completely relax there. And there's no barrier between receiving that nice little massage, that acupressure point. So this point not only helps to kind of massage through some wrist tension, but it's also said to help quell anxiety and panic. If panic is coming on, this is a nice spot to apply some pressure to massage. And really good just overall for mental health. They say it can help with insomnia and even sharpening your memory. Good. All right. On the same hand that you were just working on, let's do liver 4. So liver 4 is one you may have heard of before. It's in the webbing between your first finger, your pointer finger, and your thumb. You'll go down in there and you'll feel the meaty part. There's just the skin, and then there's the meaty part in there with the muscle. You want to get in there with your thumb on one side and your finger on the other side and maneuver around. Give a little massage there. So this spot is known for regulating pain and helping to alleviate migraines and headaches, and even to calm a restless mind. So really simple, come back to these, do them for 30 seconds or so throughout the day, whenever you need a little mini break. But let's work on the second side. Do your second hand. We'll start with the pinky fingertip, go all the way down to that bony protrusion. And then just below that, there's a soft divot. And relax your forearm and go ahead and take a thumb or a finger and massage circular motions there. And just receive the pressure of that, right? Like it might feel like the right wrist has to do something, or you might notice that the right wrist just wants to hold itself in position for that massage. And really the best thing you can do is relax and receive. All right, and then we'll go down to the webbing between the thumb and the first finger and massage there. And again, soften through the palm. Just receive the massage. And the point doesn't have to be exact, right? We're just stimulating around that acupressure point and stimulating around that area will target the point itself. right. Shake it off if the fingers feel tense from the massage. Just wiggle them around a little bit. And then place your palms face up on your knees or your thighs with your shoulders dropping down out of your ears, and close your eyes. Just feel the spread of the palms, the softness, like a well in the center of the palms. Feel the elbows hanging down and the forearms softening. The backs of the hands heavy against the legs. Just mentally untie any knots that remain in the hands, the fingers, and the wrists, and the forearms. And keeping the palms really soft, go ahead and bring them up over your closed eyes and just gently rest the palms against your forehead. The fingers kind of wrap over the hairline. And then make enough space that you can blink your eyes a couple times behind your closed palms, and you'll see little slivers of light around the edges of the hands. Open your fingers and start to draw your hands away from your face, bringing them out in front of you like you're preparing to make an offering. Take a look into the palms and then seal it up. Close the palms together and pull them into the heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day.